All right, we are live. What's going on? It is Wednesday, which means it's also 5 o'clock, which means this is your brain break for Wednesday. Somehow it's already March 10th. We've got a very special guest, Megan, with us, one of our Teach Better Ambassador. What is it? It's Ambassador Program Coordinators. I should know your title. Is that your title?
I was going to let you struggle for a while, but yeah.
Ambassador Queen. Dave says Ambassador Queen. We're going Ambassador Queen. Dave and I are repping the twinsies today. Shout out to Alex for hooking us up. So that's going on. We've got a bracket that we're going to figure out the title for the biggest buzzword of pandemic teaching. We're going to have some fun, find some prizes with that. And yeah, so hang around, stick with us. We'll be back in about, what is it, Dave? 52 seconds?
50 seconds.
I think it's 50 seconds. I'm not gonna lie, those just seem really long because they used to be shorter. But it's nice because I had enough time to bring up the group over on my screen that I have up here because I finally got that hooked back up, and so now I can see the folks in the group commenting. So that's good. So it's good. It gives some people a chance to jump in, like Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea.
Like the queen of Mastery Chat.
The queen of Mastery Chat. Great chat last week, wasn't it?
I loved it. Yeah.
The live after was incredible, by the way.
She's like that was my favorite, by the way. I am like a Chelsea stalker on Instagram, so that was my favorite to like go live with her. I was so excited. She's the best.
Chelsea was fun. It was fun. She like got connected with us for a while, and then Ray and I were at a conference in Akron, which is where Chelsea is, and we got to meet her in person. And I'm pretty sure that's where Chelsea. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure we put her on the spot right there, and had her do a live recording of Teach Better Talk, and that was how she got. That was when she was on Teach Better Talk. Okay, Ray says they seem long, so that's good. Ray, why are you here? Go back to sleep.
And she did all of that with the emoji with one hand. Good for you, Ray. Impressive. That's impressive.
She also just did a blog image, which she wasn't supposed to be doing right now either, but she did. So, Dave Burgess and I were talking about how she's not listening, she's not working, and I'm like, well, she's never listened to me. I don't know why we thought this would be a thing. So, anyway, much needed, Elijah. Sorry to hear that, but I'm glad you're here, brother.
Megan, can you tell Ray to stop working? She'll listen to you.
I don't know if she will listen to me, but if she's listening, Ray, you need to stop working. I don't know that this counts as work, though. Like, commenting here is just fun.
Well, if it counts for work for me and Jeff, it counts for her. So
we call this work. Please, we have to keep calling this work.
Yes.
What's going on, Nikki? Jillian, good to see you. Debbie's here. Congrats to Debbie for landing her first keynote, by the way. Awesomeness. Joe's here. Good to see you over on YouTube. Yes, so Ray's just sharing some love with Chelsea, and she says she's in bed watching. I'm not, she's bored. She's not working, so she's bored. I get it. And of course, Team Megan. Anyway, there we go. We got more of this. Me and you two asked me to be on the yes, so we did. We were like, hey, let's go. That's sad that that's one of your favorite days ever, but I'm happy to be a part of it.
It's
Chelsea.
one of probably 3,000 of her favorite days.
Anyway, we asked Megan here, and I'm not gonna lie, Megan. A little bit ago, I was like, "Hey, Dave." I'm like, don't be wrong. Like, she's going to raise the bar and make it better, but I forget why we asked Megan to be on. To like I'm like, no, not like why, but like because usually we have a specific like. I thought if we were bringing you on, maybe there was something specific we were going to talk about, and he's like, it was because Dave was possibly not going to be here, and you're like, I got it, Dave. And then Dave's like, hey, I can be here. We're like, we still wanted Megan. So like, all right, Dave, you can come too. Is that accurate?
Okay. That is exactly what happened when I said I'm coming back. Jeff, do you still want to be here? Can I just hang out with Megan? You said, oh, yeah, Megan's. And then it turned into this match, and we both just said we both want to be here with you. So that's what it was. So, yeah.
Appreciate it.
I don't know because BC, I think she's on some medication. I don't know what she's saying there.
Okay.
Go back to bed, Ray. She is the best, Carly. Good to see you, Carly. So Megan's here. So excited to have you here. We were gonna, we had a bracket we want to go through. Dave, are we gonna get to that right away? Is that like an all-hour thing, or is it more of a?
We can take our time with it. It's going to take a little while, so
Okay.
we can intro it and bring a few rounds along.
So we can get serious and talk about like some serious stuff for a minute, and like legit, like let's do some like serious talk, some very deep conversation, stuff like that.
No.
No.
Here.
I didn't know I signed up for that.
No. Okay, so
talk really slowly.
Okay, good. That was for Andrea. Hopefully she figures that out. Alex, I meant to click on Alex, but because we wanted to top. Oh, we wanted to top Katie.
Yeah, we did. We told
Right.
Katie last week that we we're going to be bringing on an even better guest.
Yeah, just in case Katie did not catch that, Ray is officially saying that Megan's better than Katie. So that's that. Alex, yeah. So Alex is referencing Dave and I both have our Fighting Pretzels shirt on. Which, by the way, like this isn't like a
Pretty cool.
t-shirt.
Yeah.
This is a nice shirt. This is like a
Looks
really
nice shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is a run. You can go for a nice run in this. So Alex, I appreciate that. I had told Alex that I wasn't going to speak to him until I had a shirt with pretzels on it, and I do. So Alex, I appreciate you, brother.
And he came with some advice.
Yes. Did you get a note?
Man.
I got a nice note too. I got a nice note.
Hashtag
You two.
stay salty. Come on now. That's
Hashtag
awesome.
pretzel
That's
pride
amazing.
and stay salty.
That's amazing.
We were talking before, Alex. We're like, Megan's left out. Like, what's up, Alex? Like, you were supposed to know what's going on and hook them up. Like, just saying.
And Alex did some pretty covert stuff to have these things end up here. Figured out our shirt sizes, found our addresses by talking to different people. Well done, Alex.
I was gonna say, did he ask us, or did that just like? Did he just?
Well, what was interesting is over the last 2 weeks, I've had 2 different people from the team ask me like different questions. And then this magically appears on the doorstep.
Oh,
So,
wow! I'm glad you put that together. 'Cause I'm like, because someone reached out the other day and asked for our shirt size, and they're like, you can't ask why.
Yep.
And someone else asked for our address, and I believe said you can't ask why either.
Yep.
Interesting.
There's 2 different people, so that's well played.
Jillian, yes, that is actually the mascot of their school. That's why it's so awesome. Like,
Yeah. Come on. It does not get any better than that.
I never thought that the Fighting Rainbows could be beat from Hawaii, but I'm pretty sure Pretzel beats it. Like, I'm just saying. Like, I think it does. So, there apparently is a Pretzel. Actually, Carly, you actually have to connect with Alex. He has to give you the licensing right for that. But then he'll get you that. So there is a pretzel emoji. Anyway, so Dave, before we got into the pretzel talk, I believe you were about to go into something very deep.
I was, but I
Yes?
was going to just ask Megan a couple questions first before we start getting into the deep talk, because that's so not
Well,
us at all.
Megan only goes deep in conversation,
Yeah,
so be ready.
first of all,
It's about to
Megan-
get serious.
Wait,
You were-
time out. Jeff, are you drinking a Smirnoff?
I am. I love these things.
Those. I love those.
I was
Sorry.
telling Dave beforehand that we discovered these this past summer, and so Amy and I were drinking them all in the summer, and I found out that they're limited time, so I bought a whole bunch before the end of the summer. But I just saw them last weekend in the store. I came home with I think 4 packs. Amy's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's almost summertime." Well, it's 66. It's 66 degrees out right now, and the sun's shining. It's summertime. I'm grilling out after this. And we're doing burgers on the grill. Like, it's
Nice.
summertime. I got shorts on. Get my pool out. Like, it's game time, baby.
You need to get the
Now-
pool out. Go sit in the little kiddie pool in the front yard tonight. Just do
That's
it.
what we have. We have a kiddie pool.
Yes,
That is the
do
pool.
it.
Now, if I'm being fully transparent, on Friday it's supposed to be 25 of high, but that's not the point right now. Like, we're in Ohio, it's 66. It's game time. Like,
Enjoy what
Just
you got. It. Ohio does give you one good day a year, and this is it. So enjoy.
Chelsea, I like the Blue Moon. I just so I don't know. These are just I saw them at the store and I didn't have them all winter, so it was like one of those scarcity things. It works. It's a great marketing tactic. It's like the fish sandwich at Arby's. Like, everyone wants it because they never have it.
Do they really?
It's like
I think it's like the McRib at McDonald's. It's not, or the Shamrock
Actually-
Shake. It's like the Shamrock Shake.
Actually, the fish actually makes a larger percentage of Arby's revenue when it's out than the Shamrock Shake or the McRib does when they're out. Just saying. Yeah, that's right.
So
All right.
Megan.
That's right.
Anyway, sorry. Took us on a tangent. Anyway.
So Megan, I want to know what is going on in your world right now. Like, where are you right now, Megan?
Oh, there's so much going on. This doesn't look like familiar for when I usually go.
No, not at all.
What is on the door in the back?
That's my workout. My I don't know, like the resistance.
I couldn't tell if it was
like an
like
upside down pitchchfork.
I thought it was a trident, like
Yeah.
Where do you think I am?
underwater.
the question.
Apparently, I don't
Where
know.
are
Where are you?
Well, I am currently living with my brother right now. So I am in his basement. I've moved. So I've moved. I don't know, 25, 30 minutes like southwest of where I normally am at.
You get kicked out because of parties and stuff.
I did. Apparently, I'm just too
Yeah.
loud all the time. So
They said something's going on Wednesday nights, and we can't have this anymore. You're laughing and getting crazy. Get out. Is that what happened?
that's pretty much how it went. You're too loud
Gotcha.
all the time.
I love it.
But you're kind of sort of in transit, right?
I am in transit. I am actually currently looking for jobs in Nashville.
Nashville. So there are a lot of people that move to Nashville that don't have jobs, that end up making a pretty good living just showing up in bars on Friday nights and singing songs. Can you sing?
No, I would not be one of those people. I'd be the one that like, no, you got to go. I mean, I could like show up.
A lot of those people are probably
bars.
those people too.
Yeah, they're there. Go to the karaoke bars. They're there. They're trying.
Oh, I realize some of our ambassadors may not have known that fact. I think I should.
Yeah. I think that's breaking news here today on Brain Break. I love it. And it's been funny to watch the animosity between Andrea and Megan now because like it's like Andrea is holding it against her like full out. Like it is.
Well, apparently,
She
Andrea
really
could
did.
read my lips with all of that then, because she knew what we were talking about, right?
Yeah, what's going on? Maybe actually Andrea doesn't know actually at all what we're talking about right now. She just wanted to say that in public again because it's true. Like she's just like I'm going to do that every 5 minutes somewhere on social media. Sorry, go ahead. You're moving to Nashville because you want to be a singer. Okay, is it country or are you going like a different route?
Speaking of which, happy birthday, Carrie Underwood. I know you're watching us today. Go ahead, Megan. Sorry.
Oh yeah, good. Happy birthday, Carrie. I didn't even realize it. My bad.
How did you not know that?
When you've been friends with someone for this long, like you just sometimes you forget because like every day is a good
Understood.
day. You know?
Understood.
Chelsea, that was like, it was, it was going to be Ohio or.
I tried, Chelsea. I tried real hard. Neil Gupta and I both tried.
Shocker that you chose Nashville over Ohio, though.
Well, it really wasn't like totally up to me.
Okay, but if it
Megan
was
loves
totally up to you,
Ohio.
Megan,
She
if
was
it
coming to
was
Ohio all
totally
the
up to
time.
you,
You know, here's the thing though. I can't argue if it was completely up to me and it was only up to me and it only affected me. How do I say no to like when I talked to Neil Gupta and he told me about some things like I couldn't.
How do you say no? Go ahead, say it, Megan. How would you say no to Ohio? Say it. You can say it.
I couldn't. I
No.
didn't have a choice.
read those lips. No.
I didn't have a choice.
Okay.
I mean, I don't
enough.
make it sound like that. I am excited. I'm excited.
Love is taking you to Nashville. I gotcha. I
It is.
gotcha.
It is.
Okay. Fair enough.
Boy, oh Dave, boy. Go ahead.
Megan, wait.
Go
wait,
ahead,
shut
Dave.
up.
Dave, go ahead and go after Brittany Wolf. I dare you.
So Brittany, I'm going to say this and then we're going to move on. There are a few people that have made my heart grow 2 or 3 sizes in terms of respect for Ohio. Granted, it started off like the size of a pea. So it's growing now. It's like a small stone. And Brittany Wolf is one of those people that makes me kind of feel like I maybe should like something about Ohio.
Yeah.
Megan
Brittany still
Anderson's the
thinks
other one,
Michigan
so.
sucks. So, you're talking to Megan Wells because is that what you
Yeah,
before I
Megan,
interrupted you?
are you from Nashville like right now, or like from Nashville and not in Nashville anymore?
I don't think she's still in Nashville.
No.
Maybe not. I don't know. Megan,
Right.
I thought I knew where she's from. Now I'm confused. I'm doubting myself.
Just asking.
Danielle's excited to see you, so that's a plus.
There you go.
Thanks,
Cool.
Danielle. I got
And I'm excited to have somebody to go hang out with in Nashville now. So that's fun.
It's good. It's good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
It's all good. It's all good.
I've never been to Nashville. I have
Oh my
friends who
God.
live in Nashville.
You're like the music man. How have you never been to Nashville?
Didn't have many. I mean, I knew some people that went to Nashville, like, and left and went to
Oh.
Nashville, but nah, yeah.
It's all
At least I
right.
don't think I've been to Nashville. There's a chance that I was in Nashville at some point and just don't remember it, but I don't think
That's
I've been
possible
to Nashville.
too. That is
I
possible.
don't think I've been there. Oh, come on, Brittany. You ruined it.
Mhm.
Like, we were good. Oh, she's got family in Lansing and Detroit. No, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, Megan's in Texas.
I knew that. Now that she says that, I did know that.
Like, Nashville was cool, but it wasn't quite big enough, so she went to Texas. Step it up. So, oh, her dad's in Nashville. Is he happen to be a principal looking for a really talented math teacher?
So can I just say this too? Speaking of talented people, Megan. So I've had the opportunity to look at some of Megan's credentials here, and oh my gosh, I would hire her in a heartbeat. But I was talking to a couple people on social media about Megan this week, and they are like oodling. They cannot wait for somebody like Megan to move down there. So she's in demand.
In Nashville? Are people in
In that
Nashville?
area. Uh-huh.
Have you connected them with her so she can get locked in or no?
She's going to have some decisions to make. Let's say that.
Huh? Oh, look at this.
yeah,
Listen to
he's-
this.
Yeah, it's fun. I had a conversation with somebody today, so they'll probably be calling you later this week too, Megan.
Dave, when you figure out what
man.
they're offering her, let me know because I'm trying to get her to come to Ohio still.
Okay, fair enough.
Still working on that.
So Megan, I'll work this negotiation for you. Give me my 10%. We're good.
I appreciate it. Dave's just gonna be my people now and be like, just call my people.
He's your agent. Locked in. It's good.
That's
I
funny.
love him. Okay.
So can we go brackets now? Now that everybody knows.
Yeah,
what's
did we
going
get
on
enough
with
out of
the
Megan that we wanted to get out of Megan?
show?
Okay.
We'll get more. We'll let her have a few
Yeah,
more sips, and then she'll start talking even more. So
that was
we're good.
very deep. I'm really glad we went there. Thank you.
Okay. So now we can just be kind of random again.
And then we can go random again. Yeah.
So this week it's kind of a big week for everybody. Not only is today Mario Day, as you brought
Today is Mario Day, by the way.
Yes. March 10th. I had no idea what you were talking about earlier, and now I've seen it all over.
Which
social media,
just so Alex understands, the shirt I was going to wear was my old school gamer shirt that has the Nintendo controller on it, but I didn't because this was more important because it's Mario Day. I was trying to show some appreciation. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is Alex is better than Mario.
Yes, Alex is better than
Just-
almost all things. Yes, absolutely.
All right, so go ahead. So is
So
that
it is-
this
it's a
week?
big
Is
week.
that? Yep.
Yeah, we've got Mario Day. Next week is St. Patrick's, if you can remember, if you can believe that already. Starting tomorrow, we have the Big Ten tournament taking place, leading up to March Madness.
Mhm.
So, there's actually going to be an NCAA tournament taking place this year. A lot of people might remember last year's tournament was canceled because something happened, the world changed, and
Yeah, what was that? Oh, like, yeah, they were like, yeah.
pandemic or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But over the last year, our whole lexicon has changed. We have learned a lot of new words. And there are some words that we're not going to say now because this is a family-friendly place that we have said a lot more in the last year than ever before. But there's also some new words that we've been exposed to that have kind of changed and become common course for us. So we're kind of going to do a bracket as we try to identify the word of the year. And by the year, we're talking the last year, from March 12th or so to Mario Day of 2021. We're trying to identify the word of the year. So which word like resonates and had an impact, and did you use and hear a lot? Is that good?
Yeah, before we go there, I hadn't said I don't think we said hi to Brad yet. So just want to say real quick hi to Brad Hughes. I know I saw him in the mix of a bunch of comments there. Mark Heller giving some props.
Look at that. Yes.
Giving credit where it's not deserved, but that's okay. Like, it is what it is.
Well, he can say that because Illinois just beat up on him last week, so it's all good. So we're good. It's all good.
Got it. All right. So the goal to this bracket, the championship, is the word that is like the most used, buzziest, like biggest word, the most popular word.
You know how People Magazine
Not necessarily your favorite or anything like that, but just
it's like People Magazine identifies the person of the year. And I remember back in the 80s, one year it was like Mikhail Gorbachev. And it's not like he was the best person on earth, but he made an impact that year.
It wasn't?
Well,
I gotta reread some stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah. So it's not necessarily about the best or the worst. It's just like, which one do you think made the biggest splash? Okay. So yeah, we got some people dropping in. That's kind of how it's going to work. I will read off the game, and you tell us who you think won. And Debbie's throwing a winner in there, and I haven't even given that as an option yet. So
Debbie's going for pivot. All right.
Ross
All
Tyler
right.
we're
So
playing. That would be 1 and 2.
So you've got everything laid out, so it's going
I
to
do.
work just like a bracket. 2 are good. Okay, all right.
Good.
How's it gonna go here? Are you gonna give us all the words to begin with? Like you would normally get to see a full bracket.
Yeah, no. What I'll do is I'll tell you the game that's being played now, and I'll tell you the next game that's scheduled. But
Okay.
then we'll just do one game at a time. Is that fair?
I'm trying to think of how we can give stuff away with this.
Oh, well, I'll find a way.
Okay, we'll find a way. We're gonna find a way. I like it, which is probably if it isn't on there, like find a
That's a
way
phrase.
should be somewhere on that bracket. Like I'm pretty sure. Just saying.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
All right, so
Okay.
so as we're playing along, make sure that you were dropping in the comments, letting us know like you got to vote for this because is that how we're doing it? Is it audience votes that's going to
Yep,
move them through, right?
That's it.
Just like the Christmas movie ones, which got very heated and violent in some
Yeah,
cases.
that's right.
So
Yeah. And there's some people that haven't been back since Christmas vacation.
I'm secretly hoping for violence right now. Like it's just one of those things.
Awesome.
Right.
All right. So we'll start with a kind of a heavy hitter, just so people can see how this goes to try to drum up some action here. We'll start with a prime time matchup here. So be aware, we don't have 64 teams playing in this. So all of these are potential winners. They are all good teams. They all came ready to play. All of these teams are hoping. Yeah, it was Rob. All of these teams are hoping to advance into the year 21, but some of them we just want to leave here. So do what you want with that. Okay.
Okay.
So our first matchup is the new normal
Ooh.
versus quarantine.
Ooh, jeez.
Right.
Is that like the number 1 and 2 seed coming in?
We're gonna have
Each
a
other?
reverse
Yeah, that's
situation. Someone's gonna get
Man.
upset here.
That's like Duke and North Carolina meeting in the first round. Like it doesn't even make
This
sense.
is
That
like
was rough.
Michigan, Ohio State this year playing.
So the battle right now is between the new normal, and quarantine. Which was the most used word? And this is gonna go based on audience participation here.
Yeah.
Interested.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got new normal. Dog bark. Can you say it again?
Oh no! Oh, that should be that. That actually could
That
be
might actually be a really good one. And you're on mute. I'm not sure if that's in there. Debbie, the questions are either there you go. She jumped in with new normal. So new normal, quarantine, new normal. I think new normal is
There's
winning.
a clear winner. New normal.
It came out
There you go.
dunking. So I think that's the way to go. Which by the way, shout out to Kate, always representing Twitch. She came up short in this one with quarantine. She went for an underdog there apparently, but hey, and Christy's here representing more on YouTube. I like it. More friends jumping. So all right, so the new normal advances on. You
There
didn't
you
tell
go.
us what the other game was.
I didn't. That's because I'm an idiot. But so I'll tell you right now. So new normal, I advanced, and now I'll tell you the game we're playing, and then I'll give you the preview. So first,
Okay.
actually, by the way, the preview. Don't vote on this one. Just start thinking about this one. And You're on Mute is in the next matchup. You're on Mute will be going up against Social Distance.
Ooh,
So You're on
Wow.
Mute is Social Distance, but hold that thought. That game's up next. This game is a classic. This is actually the Duke, North Carolina. This is Kentucky, Kansas. This is synchronous versus asynchronous.
oh, wow, synchronous
Right?
versus asynchronous. It's not what you like the most. It's what was used the most
Which
in the
one was
last.
the biggest boom this year?
Wow.
Yeah. Megan, what do you
Synchronous versus asynchronous.
I would have to go for asynchronous because I feel like when we talk about synchronous, we talk about it, at least like with me, we talk about it more as like almost in person or Zoom, whereas asynchronous is kind of like we call it asynchronous, whereas
Yeah.
synchronous, we have kind of other names for it. So
I feel like
go with asynchronous.
Yeah, I would have gone with asynchronous too, but for a much different reason. For me, at this time last year, I heard of the word synchronous before, like synchronized swimming. But when I heard asynchronous, I thought people were like messing up in sync. They were like async. No, it's in sync. Like I had no idea what it meant. And it took me till like April or May to figure out that they were talking about an educational term. So I feel like that was a new word that just came out of no, Jeff. You disagree, Jeff?
no,
It was
I'm
newer.
just,
It was definitely newer.
I'm just laughing at you. I was trying to play. I'm like, oh, I got to play like Stephen A. Smith here and like go against her, but I'm like, I can't defend. In my opinion, it's asynchronous, dunking all over the place. I mean, they're throwing alley oops at this point. It's getting gross.
Asynchronous. Okay.
That's my thought. And it looks like I think everyone's agreeing here. Like, lots of asynchronous.
Yeah,
Carly's just
asynchronous,
getting itchy.
right. Yeah,
And
yeah.
Justin Timberlake, like just did anybody say synchronous?
Yes,
Yeah, there's one.
I would agree with that.
Okay,
That's true.
that's a good argument for that. But I did and synchronous. I think asynchronous won that one pretty easily.
Yeah, that was a good one. Okay.
Okay, so
Are
up
we ready?
next,
So the next one I gave you the hint to already. It's gonna be socially distanced versus you're on mute.
so just be clear, it's socially distanced, not social distancing.
Whatever, however you want to phrase
Well,
it.
those are very different because social distancing is massively used, but socially distant is slightly different.
All right, let's go social distancing.
Oh, so social distancing versus
Yeah, I'm changing the bracket as we speak. They just changed their mascot. They were the pretzels, and they said that's not big enough. They're going to social distancing now. So social distancing
distancing.
against
And-
you're on mute. Yes.
So here's my thing. Our crowd is going to say you're on mute because we're always on Zoom. But if you're talking about the world, the entire world didn't all have to go
Yeah.
on Zooms and stuff. But everyone, anywhere, and everything talked about social distancing. So I actually think social distancing.
See, I kind of miss this sometimes. Like,
Hey, Dave, you're on mute,
whatever
bud.
you want.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I was just saying I love you guys. That's all.
So my argument is it's social
Ooh.
distancing.
I don't look at this.
But wow, actually, that's what I'm thinking though. I'm like, yeah, like Brittany chimes in there. Brittany's not a teacher, but yeah, I mean, everyone else did go on. I guess I was thinking they're not on as much, but actually, there might be a lot of other professions where they're actually forced to be on more because they had to like sit on like boardroom meetings the whole time, and there's no trust too, or not maybe, but a lot as well. Not more, but maybe the same or a lot. So maybe you're on mute might be the thing.
But you see Danielle's comment here too. I think that probably happened a lot in the business world too, where people were on mute and they just like, I'm not telling my boss anymore. I'm done with that. You just keep on talking and we'll act like we're listening to you.
Christy brings up a good point though. She didn't have to do the Zoom with the kids, so she didn't do any of the you're on mute. But she says social distance every single day, several times.
I think social distance is still very much a word words that we're using, and I think you're on mute is getting less and less because there's a lot of people that are back, either never had to do it or
And they're just or we just got more used to it, so we're not making that mistake as much. I also want to. Interesting enough, I don't know if there was a movie out. I think it blew up back in June, but it was like it was a TV show that didn't get renewed. Only had one season, I think, and it was actually like back in 2016 when the show came out, called Quarantine, and there's an outbreak down in Atlanta, and it was crazy when in the middle of our pandemic, like they were like there was like a news broadcast, and they're talking about socially distancing at certain feet, and I'm like, well, this is weird. And no, their disease was a much like more violent death, but
I've actually been watching The Walking Dead because I never saw it and I've been catching up. And there was a season of The Walking Dead where there was ironically, it's a big pandemic, but there was another outbreak.
Yeah.
And they were talking about socially distancing themselves, and I was like, "This is creepy right now." So, yeah.
What season are you on?
I'm on right now. I'm finishing up 6.
Okay, they just started back with the second half of the current one.
I know.
So it's crazy. So it's actually fun after you've watched enough of The Walking Dead. Then you can go watch the Fear the Walking Dead and the already discontinued World Beyond. And the only reason you'll like either one of those is because you find the little connections that they make.
Okay.
And there's like this glimmer of hope that like Rick Grimes is going to show up in there. They don't, but
Okay.
And Fear the Walking Dead was like one of the worst written shows in the history of shows, but for some reason I watched all of them. Go on. Okay, who won that?
I have no idea.
I think
Megan, do you want to do some counting for us?
Oh yeah,
You got the math skills here.
I'm thinking. So You're on Mute came out strong, but social distancing held much longer.
Yeah, social distancing one.
I think social distance.
Yeah, I feel like You're on Mute won the first quarter, and then social distancing was like, hold on.
Yep.
We got this under control. Keep your 6 feet away from us. We're coming.
Mike just says, hey.
That would be a good term too, but I think that was around prior to this year. So
were all these other ones as we just determined.
Yeah, that's true.
They just weren't used as much.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm sure someone said you're on mute prior to maybe not. Maybe not. Were those words ever put together in that order prior to the pandemic?
Good question.
Alex, Google that and find out.
So speaking of things that came out of the pandemic and TV shows, this is, you know how sometimes like in the tournament, it's not always Duke, North Carolina. It's not always Kentucky, Kansas. It's not Michigan, Ohio State. Sometimes you get like Liberty against Northern Alabama or Lipscomb against VCU. Like these, you're like, where did that come from? I'm glad it happened, but I don't quite understand, right? That's where the madness of it all comes from. That's kind of what these next two represent for me. And these are, we're stepping outside of the classroom, but it's definitely things that resonated, especially with me over the last year and hopefully with you as well. Are we ready for this? It's going to be a fun
I'm
one.
interested. At the very least.
In this matchup, we have Tiger King against the Queen's Gambit.
Ooh.
Right? Come on. And doesn't it feel like it was like 5 years ago that we all watched Tiger King?
I really
It wasn't even a year ago yet.
I know. That's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
I think though Tiger King blew up right away, but I think the Queen's Gambit actually did. I think actually maybe more because it was deeper in, and we were like
figured out Netflix by then.
people were more sheltered in, and I think a lot of people who held out from purchasing streaming services finally gave in and bought those types of things to get into that stuff.
Yeah.
We got some Tiger King fans here.
When you think like in 10 years, when we look back on this and we tell our jokes about the things we had, we're not going to be saying, "Oh, remember the Queen's Gambit?" No, we're going to be like, "Do you remember Tiger King?"
I didn't watch either one of them, so I forgot about them until you just said something about it.
You didn't watch
Tiger King?
No, I didn't watch either one.
Oh, Jeff Gargus. Megan, did you say you did or you didn't?
I did. I watched Tiger King.
Okay.
I'm with Taylor. I haven't seen either one. No.
Oh my gosh. My heart's breaking for our community here. Fire versus being intellectual. All right, fair enough. It's true, but which one makes a bigger impact?
It's kind of split here.
I think Tiger King has one up on Queen's.
You think? Megan, you're we'll let you be the tie here. So you're the one. It's your option.
Tiger King's up one right now. Yep, nope, Tiger King's up two right
now. Yep, Elijah came in with the.
And again, remember, we're not saying which one did you like better. We're not saying which of these is more.
But in our comments, Tiger King was mentioned more, so it wins.
Yeah, there you go. So Tiger King. Okay.
Ooh, Mike ties it up. Did he come in with a last second shot? No. Okay. Tiger King wins. Okay.
Okay.
So Tiger King advances.
Fair enough.
Tiger King advances.
Okay. Do we need to take a pause and give anything away for any random reason?
Yeah, let's give away a copy of Teach Better.
Ooh.
I think I have some.
I've got one right there.
I've got some back there. I got a bunch. Copy of Teach Better.
Packed away somewhere.
What are we going to do to have someone win it? Mike, I kind of feel hurt about that. I think he's booing giving away a copy of Teach Better. That's mean. Jeez. Man. All right, let's give away something else.
Crowd.
I'm pretty sure he's booing that Queen's Gambit didn't win.
I've got a question to see. This one can be for somebody that was watching earlier today. Is that fair?
Sure.
So we talked about the pretzels, right? Mm-hmm. And how Alex was amazing and got us pretzels and doesn't like Megan.
Ooh, I think I know where you're going with this.
I don't know if you do, but we'll see. Maybe you do. But in our conversation, you said that throughout your life, you weren't quite sure that there was this other team.
That's exactly where I thought you were going.
That has another epic mascot that you thought it couldn't get any better than that, but the pretzels kind of topped it. I want to know, what is that other team? What is that other team? What's the other mascot? Where are they from? They can go either way.
That's a good one. I
Let's
like
see
it.
Who's paying attention?
Wow! Oh, go figure. Go figure. Go figure. Nikki wins.
I told you, she is at every brain break. We were talking today. I told you.
Pay attention.
I want to know. I think Nikki and Alex for sure. There might be a few others that do as well. I think they take notes during the first half because they never know. There's like random things. They're like, Blue Moon, Tiger King, Smirnoff, pretzels, Alex, and they got it right there. Elijah, you were right, but just a little slow.
Yeah,
you
Taylor,
gotta be quick.
And Taylor doesn't quite have it.
Although he comes in pretty strong. Who named that movie? This is actually this is crazy because it's not that great of a movie. One of my favorite movies of all time.
I don't know this one.
You don't know it?
I don't know it.
Anybody else know
the
it?
initials.
I don't know.
So I mean, I've got to guess.
Came out in 2006. It starred Justin Long. I was looking up. I couldn't remember. Oh, that's I should. And Jonah Hill, but I couldn't remember the girl. It was Blake Lively, actually.
Okay.
Boom, got it. Accepted.
Okay.
It's a good movie about. He doesn't get into the movie that or the college that he wants. So he's like a like a high school like the kid who gets the fake IDs and gets around the test and stuff. Yeah. So he starts. He doesn't mean to. He just tries creates a website and stuff like that to trick his parents into thinking because he didn't get it into anything. And this is one of those moments where you realize Hollywood didn't do enough research because he doesn't get into Ohio State University. And he said, not after he doesn't get accepted, he says, "Oh man, State was my backup plan." And I'm like, there's no one in the world who would ever talk that way about Ohio. That's you know what I mean? You wouldn't be like Michigan. Oh, that was my backup plan. It was just State school. It's just funny, but he ends up doing that and accidentally the site's live, so 500 kids apply and they all get accepted, and then they end up doing it. It's awesome. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Cool. It was one of Jonah Hill's early on ones too.
Speaking of good people, do you see Nikki's and the good things here? Nikki, look at her comments here. She's just amazing.
Where's she at? She is. Wow, Nikki. Someone said something about wanting it.
There's a lot of people that want it.
Who doesn't have it? Somebody be super nice to Nikki, so she picks you to give you her copy of the book.
That's it. So if you want to win this, you say something nice to Nikki. I like that.
Nikki, you can then pick and then email me, Nikki, and let me know who that person is, or email them and tell them to email me. I don't know. Figure it out. Nikki knows how it works. Debbie doesn't have one.
Ooh. Well, while Nikki's making this choice, Megan, speaking of college, where did you go to college?
Illinois State University.
Did everybody on the team other than me go to Illinois State?
I didn't.
Okay.
I've been there, but I didn't go there.
Basically. I mean,
but yes.
Andrea didn't.
Okay.
Andrea did.
Everybody else.
But Megan did. Ray did. Bella did. Rachel did.
Did Carrie?
That's crazy.
Emily did. Carrie did not know. Oh, no, wait. Wow, I don't know if Carrie might have.
Carrie did.
I don't know where Carrie went, actually. I don't think it was Illinois State. I don't know. I didn't go there. Dave didn't go there.
No. Okay.
I went to several other places.
All the cool kids went there, though. Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Except for you and me. Fair enough. Got it. Noted. Okay.
I went to Youngstown State University.
There you go.
And then Kent State University.
There you go.
And then what was that? I went to another place. Some other place. And then another place. I went to 2 other schools, too. I think it was 3 altogether. 4. I don't know.
Okay, let's get back to the bracket. How's that sound? Because we're still in the first round here. We gotta pick up the pace here.
All right.
The commercial break was a little extended there.
Yeah, commercial break was a little extended there. They're figuring out. I don't know who's figured that out. My question to all the people who don't have the copy of the book is what? No, go ahead.
Okay.
So it's on you, Nikki. It's up. Someone be nice to Nikki.
Nikki.
She likes flowers, chocolates, and expensive stuff. So.
All right. Our next matchup, and I'll just tell you.
Hold on. Alex has got a good point. Yep, it's a valid point.
That's a good one.
But we don't know for sure. I would be surprised
fact.
I don't know.
Fun fact, Liv is actually a proud graduate of Illinois State University. All that.
Okay. Here we go.
Where are we at now? Are we still doing this? Is this still a thing?
Yes, we're still doing this.
Right.
So the next two, the last two they're probably not as big. These can probably go quicker, and then we can just advance to the next round. So
all right, well, stop talking and tell us who it is.
I'm trying. So this one again,
drama.
This is more like an 8-9 or 7-10 matchup. Anybody can win it. Do we really care? Because they're going to lose anyway. We'll see. It is pivot versus remote. And then the next one that we'll have will be lockdown versus hybrid. So just so you know.
Dude, remote is one that's I
pivot
think a little bit
versus
stronger.
remote.
So I think remote is much stronger than you think because you
of
use
right
remote,
now.
but you use remote and remote learning, but also there was remote offices, remote meetings, remote conferences, remote trainings. That was a word that was used far outside education too.
But pivot's been around since Friends, right?
But we're talking about what was used. It's not how long it's been around. It's
how many people binged on Friends during all of this?
That's a good point.
See?
But how many episodes of Friends is that mentioned in?
One. But it's the one.
Just saying. Actually,
This is-
outside of that scene, that episode's not that great.
Yeah.
But of course, Brittany Wolf says pivot because everything is friends.
Classics, because where people are voting. I've been watching reruns of Seinfeld, by the way, and I
So
didn't
have I.
realize that show is like 30 years old. Which, oh my gosh, crazy.
It's really
Yeah. But I was just watching the one the other day where George Costanza does the Costanza out, like he wants to drop a funny joke. Before
He hits leave on a high note.
"And
Yeah,
I'm out.
that's
Oh
it.
my
I'm
God.
done. I'm out. Oh, I love it. I do that all the time.
That was the best one. Sorry.
Hold on a sec. I got something. Just keep talking. I'll be right back.
I'm nervous now.
Oh, he left us.
All right.
Now.
So yeah, let's just keep going, and we'll just tell him who wins the whole tournament here while he's gone.
I love it.
So we're looking for remote versus pivot, and I think remote is
one.
kind of killing this one. So
Yeah, remote
Debbie,
one.
although you called pivot before the tournament even started, that's sort of like how I do my brackets too. I pick the winner before a game is even played, and they normally lose on the first weekend too. So we're in the same boat here. Remote is advancing. Remote moves on. Remote moves on.
All right. Before we do that, I gotta make it up to Brittany because I know she knows that we have this, but I'm not sure if everyone else does. So this is kind of like shameless promotion, but this is available in the swag store, and that is our ode to friends. And I made this so that Brittany could buy one. So just saying that's there if you're a Friends fan. We do have they have a couple colors, but yeah,
That's
anyway,
awesome.
go ahead.
Love it.
That's awesome. I love how your house is just like the store too. You can just pull it all out. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, someone mentioned a pillow. I almost went back and grabbed it, but I didn't. So
All right, let's get this last one from the first round out of the way. We're going to go lockdown versus hybrid. Lockdown
Ooh.
versus hybrid. Which of these
Ooh.
words made the biggest splash, if you will, this year?
I feel like there's one that's still making a splash and one that
That did make a splash. Yeah.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Like one of these would be, I'll make up another basketball reference that nobody recognizes. One of these is like Indiana. Back in the 80s, they were all over the place. Today,
Yep.
not so much. And one of these is like Michigan State. Steady. They don't win a lot. They don't win it all a lot, but they're always there. 23 years in a row, they've made it, but only one championship, right? So
Michigan State's like the one that you can like. You're kind of there, and you're like, if they're there and they're not seated well, they're very likely to upset someone.
yeah, you put them.
They
in
might
the
not
Elite
make
Eight,
it
but
past
then
that
it's
upset,
Yeah,
but-
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
That's kind of what I'm
Okay.
seeing here. Yeah.
Hybrid's your winner.
Hybrids winning. Danielle comes with a really good point of like the fact that she's scared of that word. So there's
Fair
no
enough.
splash with either. Megan says no splash.
Okay. So she says that the game doesn't even matter. Okay. Good enough. I
She's
agree.
saying get them both off. I hope they both lose.
Okay. Fair enough.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
But
It's
I
like
think
it's like when the
hybrid wins,
Browns and the
just
Ravens play. You
Hybrids
just want them
won.
both to leave.
There we go.
So
All
what
right.
one? Hybrid?
Hybrid one.
Yeah.
Okay, hybrid one.
All right. So now we're going to move on to the next round, and we're getting there. So this one, it's now these are battles of winners, bad versus worse. They're kind of all like that, though, aren't they, Mike? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel every week when we do this whole show too. It's
That's
whatever.
bad versus worse. That's literally me and Dave. Like you can figure out which one's which, but that's
forget brain break. It's bad versus worse. Only on the Teach Better team. Okay. Asynchronous versus social distancing.
ooh.
Asynchronous
Wow.
versus social. These are all winners now. What are you gonna do?
I got to put my vote on social distancing because someone commented earlier about how they didn't have to do. They didn't go to asynchronous. They didn't do well. They didn't do any kind of like they didn't have those language because they were always in person. So social distancing was there.
And you know, while
I also think I don't think anyone outside of school was using asynchronous, but everybody was using social distancing.
yes, fair enough.
Social distancing on that one.
I think this is like where you come in and this is yeah. I don't know which teams were which on there, but social distancing is clearly winning in the
Yeah.
Fair enough.
This is the game that was supposed to be a really good game.
Yeah.
And it was just the worst game ever to watch because one team just dominated the whole thing.
Got it. Yeah.
It's this is like I know we're talking basketball, but this is like when OSU plays Michigan every year. Where it's supposed to be a good game, but then OSU just beats the heck out of them.
I was going to say, this is
what's
sort of like when we invite Megan Deegan to Brain Break and everybody just cares about what Megan's up to. They don't care about us at all. It's just
That's true.
Just give us more Megan.
Megan's out here
Just
just
more Megan.
dunking on us the whole time. Yeah. Look at Mike. Mike jumped in. Hey, they're getting some late shots in. It's
the game's
110
over.
to 62.
The game's over. The game's
They're
over.
getting
Now
some good shots.
Now the water boy's out shooting layups when the game's already over. Doesn't count.
It's
Mike, not saying you're the water boy, but you know what I'm saying. You're the water boy in this game, so.
it's like good job. You guys scored next, went on 10-0 run, but we've got our third strings in. Yeah,
it's done. Yeah, LeBron's laughing at you.
I'm with Chelsea on that one.
Chelsea, I'm pretty sure we explained to Dave today what asynchronous means because he thought it was asynchronous. So,
but I'm going to do a little shameless pedagogical lesson for us real quick, talking about asynchronous. So I was talking to some people last week, and we were talking about brackets, and the brackets, just for people know, the brackets, they've been like, this is like a Dave Burgess original. He talks about the brackets, and a lot of other people do the brackets, but you kind of have to adapt it to your own needs. I was talking to some people last week about how they were going to use the month of March to do brackets with their kids asynchronously. And every day there was going to be a new challenge, and the kids had to go out and create a flip grid, a small video talking about which thing they thought won. And one classroom was a socialized classroom, and the students had to just argue as to which state was most important to the United States. Whoa. So the kids had to come on and talk about resources and population and all. And that was super cool.
That's super, yeah.
Right? That's a good one.
Yeah, and there was another teacher that it was a math teacher, and so far this year they've taught a bunch of formulas, and they had to say which of these formulas is most impactful for the rest of your life, like which of these matters
that's
most.
That's a good one too.
That's a good one.
So just super cool things
like
that teachers
that.
can do right now to get kids
2+2,
right? Yeah, yeah, duh. But anyway, just cool things you can do, like what's the most important part of speech. So many things out there. So take it, use it, get your kids involved, and run with it. But on that note,
that was your rant. Was explaining that why we do this bracket thing because it's fun, but you can also use this in your class.
And somebody threw asynchronous out there, and I said, you don't have to just use a whole class period for this. You could, but throw it out there and have the kids do stuff outside. Go ask their parents and have their parents have to debate too. The parents get a vote, whatever. So yeah.
So thank you, Dave. So every now and then we have to do this, Megan, so that we can still qualify this as work.
As work, yeah.
Gotcha.
That's why it's work.
Ray's watching. We gotta throw stuff out there.
Dave, I don't know if you guys realize, Dave just provided some free PD. You're welcome.
You are welcome. Well, free.
Love it.
Free?
Yeah. Hey, Dave. I gotta talk to you about something. I'll let you know later.
Okay. I got a shirt, so I'm good. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, I apologize. Alex provided us all PD today by buying Dave a shirt.
There you go. Okay, so we're moving on. The next one, remote versus Tiger King. How do you choose here? I mean, do you use remote to turn on Tiger King? I don't know.
Wait, what is remote versus
remote versus Tiger King? Like which of these made a bigger splash? It's not even like a. I don't even know. Like football versus a basketball. It's not even the same sport.
I'm pretty sure that's easily. I think this is one where, and I don't think this has ever happened in March Madness history, but this is like remotes out there warming up, and like everyone's looking at the tunnel because Tiger King just didn't even come out. Which actually, if you think about it, was probably how it would happen.
True.
But like they're like looking, and it's because they just left. They're just like, yeah, let's just go home.
They're like, oh, Tiger King, you were so cute. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Bye. Enjoy your pretzels. And Danielle, you're welcome. I'm glad you can use that now. I just gave Danielle her lesson plans for next week. There you go. See?
Hey, Nikki, you know what you could do? What we could do, Nikki, is run an asynchronous bracket of all the people who want the book and let Twitter or something vote on who's cooler. It'd be great for everyone's self-esteem. Just saying.
Or not.
So remote's up there. Danielle came in with TK.
Do you see, Elijah has an excellent point here. He said that Tiger King had a bonus episode that they had to record remotely. So that was like remote dunking all over Tiger King because they had to do it remote.
Yeah, but three of us just learned that today, which means 5 people now know. Yeah. Because it wasn't used ever.
I don't know that we are necessarily the level of what most people know. Putting that out there. So
Brittany says our burgers are ready. So
okay, I thought you were barbecuing.
I'm guessing she had that Scott was out there grilling. Okay. We should all find ourselves a Scott. So everybody doesn't know Scott Wolf. I'm pretty sure Brittany gets waited on hand and foot, not because she needs him to, but because the dude just wants to.
That's awesome.
It's like her husband is a good dude. Anyway,
so Megan, the math lady, math queen, math extraordinaire, who's winning this one?
Remote by far.
Remote won it. Okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
Sorry, guys, I was really pulling for Tiger King, but Megan said remote.
Okay, we're almost there, guys. We gotta go fast here because I'm looking at the clock.
Quick games. We're cutting the games in half. Then play a half.
Here we go. Well, no, now it's like a. Do you have Gus Macker tournaments where you are? It's like a 3-on-3 basketball.
I have many Gus Macker shirts. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is sort of like the Gus Macker
This is
now.
like a
It's
Gus
game of 21. It's a game of 21 now. Let's just do it.
Dude, holy cow, that was a throwback. We used to travel all over the place to go play Gus Macker.
And I would always try my best to get into the toilet bowl division. For people that aren't from the Midwest, you have no idea what we're talking about. Epic 3-on-3 basketball tournaments that like just travel around and set up shop in downtown areas.
They'd shut up and they did like,
my gosh.
you'd have, crazy. We traveled all over. Like,
Just Google it. Google it. Yeah. Fun stuff.
I gotta Google. I gotta find a shirt. I gotta buy a Gus Macker shirt.
All right, so this one, it's going to be a fun one. We are now hybrid versus the new normal. Hybrid versus the new normal.
I feel like hybrid is the new normal. But...
Ooh,
that's a deep thought right there.
That's a good.
There are other people out there saying, I
Dude,
hope not, but yeah.
Hold on, timeout. Gus Macker's still a thing. Like, it's still going on.
It is, yeah.
I did not realize
it's not as big. It's pretty much just here in Michigan now, but yeah.
Was it started in Michigan? Yeah, because all the stuff. Well, there's a New Mexico on there too for 2021.
Because a lot of people leave Michigan and they're like, I'm getting out of here, but I'll start up a Gus Macker where I go.
Oh, dude, I found. I'm pretty sure you and I are probably getting.
Teach better Macker team. Let's do it.
No, I was thinking we're gonna get. No, I don't want to go play. We're gonna get. I was just gonna buy us training camp hoodies.
That works too. Okay, cool.
Then we don't have to play. Like,
yeah, it's kind of like why we sign up for races, right? Just to get the shirt. Same thing. Whatever. Okay, sorry. Back to this. Hybrid versus.
That's what happens all the time. Huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
What's that? This? Yeah, it's with less
cocktails and randomness.
Yeah,
You're here to keep us at the level and to bring us back into check.
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. I wasn't keeping track of the score here. So, Danielle, if you do this in your class next week, you actually have to look at the kids' responses. So, just for the record, it was new normal.
It's new normal. Yes, new normal.
Oh, I forgot we were even playing a game at this point.
New normal wins. So,
I got you.
Bye hybrid. Fair
Tony Slay, good to see you.
Megan.
Steve, good to see you. A bunch of people dropping in here. Good to see you guys.
Sweet.
Yeah. All right. So who won that? New normal.
New normal. Okay. So now we go to remote versus social distancing.
Social distancing. I'm telling you, I think social distancing is the winner here. I think
yeah.
I don't remember what the other words are, but it's definitely the winner for this one, I think. So remote versus social distancing.
This is a semifinal matchup right here. We are in the final four.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know if like the CDC and those folks are ever jumping out in front of the cameras and saying remote, but they're saying social distancing all the time. States are running commercials all the time.
For the record, so we're saying that CDC is now the cool patrol. What the CDC talks about, we're now saying
we haven't been talking about cool at all, or else this was a horrible bracket.
Yeah, right? We messed up.
We're talking about things that were used the most.
Yes. Okay. My bad.
I will say though, I think I have to say like social distance more because. Like, I don't ever have to say it to my remote kids because they're remote, but I got to say it all the time to my in-person kids.
Yeah, but Danielle thinks that we're saying South Dakota. I don't know where she's going with that, but whatever.
Earlier, we had an argument about things that really made a splash this year. I've been socially distant for about 20 years. So, is that really something that just because people finally caught on now? I mean, is
it that you have been socially distanced and that people just don't want to be around you? Like,
people told me to stay away. I mean, it's the same thing, right? They say don't get too close, stay away.
It's
go stand over there.
It's probably pretty accurate, yeah.
Okay.
Socially distant students pretending to be remote.
Awesome.
I'm telling you, everyone's Alex did say that the real winner is better, and there were some green. So I'd love to see some more green hearts. If anybody has green hearts going on, that'd be great right now.
Hey, Alex, if I were a better bracket maker, better should have been on this list.
I can't believe better didn't make it.
Can I answer this? This is Chad Ostrowski calling me. Can I answer it?
So Ray did this last week, and Chad's doing it now. I feel like
it's Chad, yes.
Go for it.
Hello. I'm live on our brain break, and now you are too. Oh, hey, hold on. Let me put you on the speaker so you can say hi to everybody. All right, can you go ahead?
What's up, everybody?
Can you guys hear them?
Hey, Chad.
You can't hear them because they're on my headphones, but yeah. So you're in Illinois, so you didn't realize that we were on a brain break right now. So I thought because he doesn't figure out the time differences and stuff. I'm saying distance because I'm thinking
he's in Illinois.
And he doesn't know most of what's going on anyway. Hey, everyone in the comments are saying hi to you. There's all kinds of green hearts coming.
And somebody said, who's Chad?
Someone just said, who's Chad? And some other people said get out of Illinois. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I answered just so that I could do this live, but you're really kind of killing everything right now. We're in the middle of a bracket for the most used words of the pandemic. If you had to pick, Chad, what's the most? What are we on right now? Chad's going to be the deciding factor.
It's the championship game, so
no. Just most used word because of the pandemic. We're in the championship round. It is socially distanced
distancing against the new normal.
Against the new normal. What's the most used? Yeah, okay. All right, I'll talk to you later. He said socially distanced, and I hung up on him.
Okay.
You're still talking. I don't know what he's saying. He said socially distanced. He said it pretty quickly, too.
I heard. Yeah. Okay.
Chad's on his way home from Illinois. I'm like, I knew it, too. I'm like, he's going to call because it's going to be right in the middle of brain break. So, anyway, that's fun times. So it's socially distancing versus the new normal. Those are definitely two good ones. But
I think this is the first time we've done a bracket where I think the favorites actually came through to the end.
I think so. Yeah,
Megan, right. I think you bring out the best in people. Like when Jeff and I just do this, people just threw like left hooks at us. When you're here, like, no, there's a level of respectability here now. We need to like this right. Yeah,
people were like, "Oh, Jingle All the Way." That's what should win. I still have nightmares about that, Dave.
Well, you should.
Honestly, I still can't believe you even put it on the bracket, but they won some weird. They won. The only way Jingle All the Way got in that bracket was winning some sort of weird offboot like thing because someone used drugs. What like on freaking dodgeball, like how they got into it's like that's what happened there. Anyway, social distancing, socially distanced, social distancing, social distancing. What an boss!
Did Caitlin vote?
Yeah, like what?
I was just gonna say, is Carrie here?
Hold on, time out. Okay, do me a favor, everyone who's listening. This is more important than a bracket thing. Do me a favor, drop in a comment. Who is actually the boss of the Teach Better team? Because it's not Chad. I don't know why that was confused there. Danielle, we need to have some talk. We need to have some conversations. In the meantime, I think socially distancing is winning this thing.
I think it did.
Dave.
I think social distancing is.
I didn't see any new normal.
So when People Magazine comes out with the word of the year, there it is. We just decided we got it. Nice.
Danielle says he. Alex knows who the boss is. Now,
no, hold on. Do people say this because they think they're the boss, or is this the person they're most afraid of? Because is that kind of the same thing, or no?
Depending on who you ask. Here's the crazy thing. The other night, we were on a call. Megan, I don't know if this was. I think this was when we were on the call when we were meeting with you and Andrea, and Ray and I, and Brianna was there. I'm pretty sure Ray said that Brianna was now the boss.
Yeah.
Even above Carrie and Caitlin.
I think that was in between you, Ray, and Andrea all making fun of me. But yeah, I do think that happened.
Yes, I think that was in the middle of us. Yes, we were definitely giving Megan a hard time.
They really were.
And I told her that if I stop like picking and poking fun at you, that means I don't like you, which is why I don't make fun of Ray anymore. And that's exactly what I said the other night too, which is funny because I'm actually making fun of her in that sense. Anyway,
we decided Brianna's the real boss now.
So I want to know. So Megan's out of here. She doesn't want to answer this. She doesn't want to get in the middle of this nonsense. I'm not afraid of Caitlin. I just know she makes all the real decisions. She does. She really does. She's definitely the boss.
I agree, but I would also add that I am terrified of her. So there's that.
That's true too. I think that's why she gets to make the decisions. Because it's like, what if you say just like don't.
To be honest, half the time I don't even know. I don't understand what she's saying, which is scary too. So
I love that we're planning to do stuff where the two of you are on screen. I'm like, so basically Dave's just there to say yes. Like, is that what's going on here?
You know, every comedian has to have the straight man next to them. I'm the guy that stands next to her just so that she can seem so much smarter. That's what it is. You know, like Caitlin is a genius. How can we really maximize that? Have her sit on the screen next to Dave. There you go. Yeah,
that's actually how that's how we started. We started building the company was Chad and I together. I just made Chad seem brilliant the whole time. People started like, oh yeah, we'll have him come work, and it just worked out well. So anyway, but then it became so obvious that we had to bring other people in to try and confuse people. So
fair enough.
All right, so social distancing won like the whole thing. That's awesome. We gave away a book that Nikki now has to figure out who to give it to, which I love that she has to do that now. So tomorrow night,
Megan's moving to Nashville.
Dave and I are currently recruiting our third for our Gus Macker team. So
because it
let us
was to be
know.
Megan, but she's moving on us. So
Yep, let us know if you're interested. You got to be willing to come to Michigan.
that's a big. Don't put that obligation. We just need another shirt size, Jeff. That's all we care about.
Tomorrow night, Master Chat, 8:00 Eastern. Dr. Courtney Plotz is leading us in a conversation there. I can't remember what the topic is. I should. And I believe Chad actually is going live with her afterwards. So tomorrow night, 8:00 Eastern time. What else is going on? Anything else going on? If you haven't been catching Chad on Tuesday evenings at 8, do that.
Right.
Last night was another awesome one with Maggie. So we still got several more weeks of that. So that's great.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
I feel like I'm always afraid to answer that question because I don't know what we're allowed to say and what we're not. But I will say
sometimes I say things.
Right. One thing I do know that's going on right now is that you just got a new dog that we are trying to start a campaign to get called Schmitty. So he has a dog that's not named right now, and we all think the dog should be named Schmitty. So start the campaign, get it going.
I don't know if "we all" is the right word.
We all.
But so just to give everyone context, her name, she came to us named Stevie.
See, she would still answer to Schmitty then.
My daughter Jacqueline wants to name her Sweetie.
Schmitty
Jonathan wants to name her Pickles. And hold on, and the reason Jacqueline's okay with pickles too, because they said, "Oh, then there'll finally be a pickle in the house that Daddy likes," because I hate pickles, and Jacqueline loves pickles. Let's see, Juliet has been thrown out. Olive, Dory,
Schmitty.
Oreo.
Schmitty.
Hasn't been thrown out yet by anybody but you. What else? There's
So you're saying there's a chance.
It's in the mix.
So Alex, we talked about this, and then we decided not to, and I don't know why. I'm pretty sure Ray just said no, because right now Ray she knows what she has to say, and if I switch it up on her, I think she'll get confused. Because after 250-something episodes that we've put out so far, Ray still reads the introduction of Teach Better Talk from her Google Doc. I don't think she actually needs to. It's just like a thing. But if she doesn't have it up, she's like, wait a minute, I don't have my script up. I'm like, what script? You literally say the same thing every time. Anyway, but we were supposed to. We did say Alex called us out. We were supposed to Alex. I don't know what it was. It was episode, I think after episode 200, or maybe it was 250. I don't know. 250. We were supposed to flip it, and I was going to start being the one to introduce her, but that hasn't happened. Probably not going to. So Chelsea, I will let them know that Pickles is a good one. I think Taylor's recommending Buckeye as the name, or he might just be claiming his favorite nut, or
Akron's the Zips, right?
Akron is the Zips, yeah.
Okay.
Zippy, which is the mascot. Although I went to Kent State, so I'm really not fond of naming my dog after
how about Deegan?
Akron.
Deegan's a good name.
Ooh, Deegan is a good name.
It's a really good name. Just saying.
We call her Megs.
There you go. Or
I call for me it's hard because I call it's funny because I call Jacqueline and the dog the same things, and I call them either Sweetie, Baby, Cutie Pie, Baby Girl. I say the same thing, and then I'm like, oh crap! No one knows whether I'm talking about my dog or my daughter, and it's probably going to lead to some things, but So I don't know where we're going to land. I'm glad I will throw Schmitty in the mix.
You need to throw some pictures up on social media too, so people can see this dog. Because sometimes you need a cute little face to make the connection.
I do have to let you know. I told Amy, I'm like, hey, Dave thinks that we should call the dog Schmitty, and she said, "Who's Dave?" And so I kind of left it at that.
I know better than that, Jeff Gargas.
I wanted to go that angle because you always talk about how your kids are like, oh, did you get to do stuff with Jeff Gargas today?
Yep. They think you're like a rock star, and I have to correct them every single time.
You make sure keep them in line. They don't need to be spreading that nonsense. That's fake news. Hey, we're 3 minutes past the hour. Actually, we're 6 minutes past the hour.
Megan's fault.
Well, Megan's technically 54 minutes away from the hour. I don't know. Because she's behind anyway. So she's fine.
It's only 5 or 6 years, so.
Yeah, it's late there or early there. I don't know. So, all right, I will post some pictures here. I'll throw them up on Twitter here shortly, and hopefully we can get some names. I'll put up some of the names that I have too, and y'all can maybe vote, and maybe I'll share that with the kids and see what happens. So.
There you go.
You do a Facebook poll.
You should do a bracket.
Oh, you should do a bracket
next week.
You could do it on Instagram too. You could do voting.
Yeah, do a poll every day.
This is seeming like way too much work right now. I really just like the idea.
Ray, if you're still
Yeah,
watching,
it's
we
fine.
know now that you can text with your thumb. Start something for Jeff. Get Jeff's dog's name.
We will figure it out. And I'll let everyone know. It'll be yeah. Okay. So keep throwing the names out. Tweet at me, let me know. We'll see what's going on. Megan, thanks for hanging out with us and making us cooler today. We're sorry
Thanks
that
for
we made
having
you
me.
less cool, but we're glad you made us
I
cool.
don't think that's possible, but that's okay.
I mean, put Schmidt in the first round, Alex says.
Oh wait,
I'm going to pick the kid's
like
favorite
number one
name.
seed, or because he wants me to get knocked out right away.
Number 8, like 16 seed.
Oh, okay.
Man.
Okay.
Team Megan. Chelsea wants Megan.
Okay.
She's just been Team Megan all the way. Oh man, do we need a Team Megan shirt? We might need a Team Megan shirt.
I need a Team Megan shirt.
Somebody
I would wear
direct
one.
message. Someone send a
You would
direct,
wear one.
somebody send a direct message to Joshua Stamper and tell him that we need a Team Megan, and it needs to be spelled correctly. Megan's like, oh, is that
Like, I'll do
you
it
too?
right now. I got it.
And Megan, you can just assign him a task in Basecamp. Just get it done with. But we need a team. I think we need a Team Megan shirt, and we'll So yeah, we'll see what happens. All right. So Master Chat tomorrow night, 8:00, and we'll be back here again next week with more nonsense and all that other stuff. And yeah, I think that's all. Right? Is that it? That's it. We can go. I think it's time to go. All right. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night. We will see you next week.